Thank you for agreeing to participate in this survey about your experience living in the apartment and community. You may have heard different terms like green building and sustainability, and I thought it might be helpful to talk about how these topics fit together before you take the survey. Ecology deals with the relation of living things to their physical surroundings. Ecological techniques are used in the development of housing so that it has a reduced impact on the environment. There's a lot of concern about climate change and greenhouse gases being released into the atmosphere. Greenhouse gas contributes to global warming by increasing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. The buildings where we live and work are major contributors to greenhouse gases, and developers are building with green building techniques to reduce all this carbon dioxide. Green building is also related to the concept of sustainability in affordable housing. That's a balance of economic, ecological, and social well-being. Green building and ecological building techniques include many things to enhance the well-being of residents in addition to reduction of greenhouse gases. Green building techniques start with the development's location. Living close to things such as where we work, where our children go to school, or where we shop or see the doctor will save us money and driving time and will also reduce traffic and air pollution. Access to health care, culture, and services is also important for our well-being. Green spaces are important because they encourage positive social interactions and enhance health and well-being, including increased physical activity. Another locational factor is whether the site is convenient to transit. We can save money and reduce traffic and air pollution by taking the bus. Adaptive reuse is where the developer takes an old structure, a school is a common example, and converts it into housing. This is a green technique because the developer is recycling the building. If the building is not demolished, then all the old material does not need to be disposed of. Access to the internet is considered a green technique because it affects our well-being. Connectivity is important to schoolwork, economic, and social activities. Sometimes there's input from the neighborhood in the form of meetings during the design process for a building. We may also have ongoing community meetings in our apartment complexes. Communication is important to sustainable development because we all need to work together to improve our living environments. Next, we look at the topic of water. Water conserving fixtures reduce the baseline indoor water use by 20 to 30% over conventional construction. Conserving fresh water is important because over 97% of the Earth's water is salt water. Green developments use native plants in the landscape to minimize the need for watering. To prevent problems with stormwater, the state prohibits construction of apartments in floodplains or areas at risk of flooding. Green building will require the project to create on-site detention to either treat or retain the stormwater. Energy efficiency is the most complex topic when it comes to green building, and it really comes down to rehabilitation versus new construction. In rehab, the goal is to minimize air leakage through insulation. The developer can also replace the appliances, heating, air conditioning, and light fixtures with Energy Star products. Energy Star products use less energy than standard appliances. In new construction, the building is constructed with the newest technology, so it's more efficient than a rehab can ever be. Here, the appliances and electric fixtures are all Energy Star, and while the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning may be a traditional furnace and air conditioner, they will be of the highest efficiency. On the next level, we have renewable energy sources, or systems which create their own power, such as geothermal heating. Here, our bills for utilities are significantly reduced. The highest level of energy efficiency is the emerging solar technologies. A passive house means that through solar energy, a building generates all the power needed to operate. Materials used in construction are a major factor in green building. Developers who use recycled materials during construction will receive credit toward their green rating. Another very important consideration is the materials used for finishes such as paint and flooring. Some chemicals found in the products we use to build and maintain our homes can be harmful released into the air we breathe. It's important for the developer to select products which are free of these compounds. Developers might opt for regional material selection, where they agree to source all the materials within 500 miles of the apartment. If the products used to build the complex are not brought from far away, there's less fuel used to transport them, and fewer greenhouse gases are produced. And if the building includes a plan for resident recycling, that's also considered a green technique. This next category is all the green building techniques which are intended to result in a healthy living environment. Most complexes are now going smoke-free, at least in the common areas. Proper ventilation is very important because it keeps moisture out of the walls. Anything blocking the airflow in our homes can cause damage to both our home and our health. Ventilation is so important because it controls how much moisture is lingering in the house. Soundproofing can change the quality of life for the better. Reducing the sound in our home is the surest way to give us maximum relaxation. Active design can help combat obesity, heart, and lung diseases. A complex might include active design by encouraging the use of stairs, the use of bikes, walking paths, or exercise spaces. Universal design is the design of homes to make them accessible to all people regardless of age, disability, or other factors. So in a complex with universal design, the doors will be wide enough to accommodate a wheelchair. Community gardens are thought to increase the access to fresh foods, increase physical activity through garden maintenance activities, improve mental health, and promote relaxation. Operations is the last category of the green building techniques. Did you receive a resident handbook when you moved in, and did it talk about the green features in your apartment? Do you remember your move-in walkthrough, and were the green features highlighted there? For these green building techniques to work, it's important that residents understand conserving energy, and your property manager reports data to the state about the energy and water usage in the apartment complex. Thank you for watching, and give me a moment to begin the recording of the survey. Then you can let me know if you have any questions or opinions about this video.